Greetings, my name is Maripaula Montenegro Carrillo, and I'm a student of Lengua Extranjera. Anyway, this is the video for the last homework electiva here. I did what I was asked, and I'm going to read the chat. I'm not quite sure if I did it the right way. I just did it. And I'm going to read to pretend that I'm two people different. Me and the store that it's helping me with my broken computer. So here I go. Excuse me, miss, my computer is not turning on. Oh, I see. Do you have any ideas why that might be? No, I plugged it like always and did not use it till it was full charged. Well, miss, give us your computer. We need to open it to check if there is a problem with the hardware. All right, here you go. Like, it just give me. All right, here is the problem. The wire that connects the entrance to the battery broke, and it's not connecting them. It can be fixed? Sure. I just need it to use a special machine to melt the copper in the wire together again. It's not hard and it's a cheap and fast process. However, I will recommend waiting a couple of hours to use it. Again, to make sure the wire is completely fixed and won't break it apart again. Okay. All right then, so I'll give you my computer then. Yes, please do so. Come for it this afternoon. I'll have it all fixed by that time. I'm really nervous when I read out loud. So here I can be a little bit more confident. Come on. Okay, so how things work. I choose to explain internet because I know how it works because one time I saw a documental about it, so it's the one I remember the most. All right. Something that most people don't know about internet is that internet existed way before we believe it does. The internet existed since the Second World War, as it was only used for militarily process and machines that it was very complicated to use. It was supposed to be and make sure that the enemies and allies could actually interfere with each other and figure it out what they were planning and send messages as fast as they could. At that time, however, the machines or computer weren't exactly the ones we have. were like big giant boxes and weren't exactly the best example for what a computer should be. Now, here is what I comes the biggest like example of it is, let me search for it. I forgot to add an image. Is okay. Personal computers. Okay. So this were the very first personal computers. Before that, the computers they have were okay, here's it. Yeah. All the computers were like this. And for those who get to know it, they used it some sort of tablets that you put them in to get the information on. It wasn't a very efficient problem. It was an efficiency problem because of how it was. But things changed, and as I said before, the personal computers appear. The problem was, however, that despite the personal computer making the use and process of information more easy, they couldn't access to internet properly. So internet for a very long time, like since the 40s to the 80s, weren't very useful till it was invented the code known as www, that it stands for World Wide Web. Once that first code was created, a lot of young programmers started to create applications to be able to use internet in an efficient way to collect not only information but also process information. And since at that moment technology was a waking up industry, big computer big companies like Microsoft, Apple started to create computers that had a special program that allowed them to use and process the code World Wide Web. Now, it was at the moment, however, it was an improvement, but it wasn't as complex, or better said, as easy to use as it was yet, because you could, as I put here, ask for one thing and get something completely different because the searchers weren't as developed as it was today. Like Google didn't existed, YouTube didn't existed, and basically, as someone said in the documental, it was like the land of nobody. You will never know what you will get. Now, introduction. Internet and how the math formula that goes for World Wide Web allow people to develop an industry. And when I mean develop an industry, I'm not talking about the one of the hardware. The hardware already existed. The new industry was the industry of the software. Now people were not only creating the machines to use the machines, but also the different programs that machine will need specifically for the process and the more efficient way of use internet. Well, it wasn't stuff easy to use. Now, now, how does internet properly works? Internet works using a special language. Well, two special language. Because normally the programs are created using two special languages, as you could say, for programming and creating internet, or not even internet, anything that has to do with computers and the way how they process information have to pass either for the binary code that as if you don't know, I'm going to remember you that it's basically a special numeral system that it only consists on making all the numbers with only 1 and 0. I'm not sure all of you, but when I was at school, binary code wasn't especially my best. And then there is also another one that is called the language of computers, or better said, machine code. Originally created to make a little bit more efficient the programming of the system. In some schools, they teach it in informatics, and in other, they don't. I remembered I was teach how to use this one here I'm talking about, the one that has the machine code, but I wasn't never good at it either. The only thing I could actually do with for school with the machine code was to create a a receipt for buying some things for housekeeping. And that was it. Now we are all connected. As soon as the internet became easier to use with the code of the World Wide Web, humanity now wasn't divided by physical distances, which caused different ideas to merge, crash, and grow from the different persons connecting despite the distance. And that was it. I didn't want to make something very large. And so I did this. Thanks for your attention.